I'm Ben Hooper, and this is Weekend Odds and Ends, a special Friday edition of the UPI Odd News Minute for May 2nd, 2025. Welcome to Weekend Odds and Ends, our weekly roundup of the missed odd-portunities that didn't quite make this week's podcasts. First up, the Texas Department of Transportation took on an unusual cleanup operation after an overturned truck lost its load of 8 million dimes. That's $800,000 worth of change. The Texas Department of Public Safety said the 18-wheeler rolled onto its side in the southbound lanes of US 81-287 near the Farm Road 1655 exit in Alvord. The department said the truck had gone off the road and the driver overcorrected, causing the vehicle to overturn. The driver and a passenger were taken to a local hospital with minor injuries. The Alvord Fire Department confirmed the truck lost its load of about 8 million freshly minted dimes. The highway was closed for several hours while Department of Transportation crews cleaned up the loose change. Moving on from dropped dimes to things that in my opinion should be crimes, a Uruguay man living in Italy found himself with a Guinness World Records title thanks to an unusual party trick: popping his eyes out of their sockets. Williams Martin Sanchez Lopez, who is from Uruguay and currently lives in Milan, Italy, said he learned when he was about 8 or 9 years old that he was able to relax the muscles around his eyes and cause his eyeballs to pop out like a cartoon character. Lopez's doctor performed official measurements and found his eyeballs could pop 0.74 inches out of their sockets, enough to earn him the title for the farthest eyeball pop. Lopez said people seeing his trick for the first time basically jump 2 meters high. The bizarre talent has made Lopez a star on social media, where commenters ask him to perform his trick while saying their names. He said, "I'm a person that likes to kid around and laugh, so the fact that I can pop out my eyes, let's just say that it's a very different point of view in general." Speaking of attention grabbers, workers at the Museum of Natural History in Nova Scotia helped a resident wood turtle to walk more comfortably by building a custom mobility aid out of Lego pieces. The turtle, named Root, came to the Halifax Museum in September, and staff noticed his missing front right foot was causing his shell to drag when he walked. Tessa Biesterfeld, one of the museum's naturalist interpreters, was inspired by a Lego exhibit at the facility in December to come up with a homemade solution. Biesterfeld used a small dog harness, a Lego platform, and some Lego wheels to rig up some extra support for Root's right side. She said Root now gets excited when it's time to exit his enclosure and explore the museum's exhibits. Biesterfeld said, "Now when I snap his harness on, it's like when he hears that snap, he's ready to go." And finally, in our recurring segment, The Afternoon Rush, serial Guinness World Record breaker David Rush put his speedy stacking skills to the test to take on the title for the fastest time to stack 10 rolls of toilet paper with one hand. Rush, who holds the most concurrent Guinness World Records titles, said it took him hundreds of practice sessions and dozens of official attempts to break the previous record of 5.45 seconds. Rush was finally able to narrowly take the title with a time of 5.38 seconds. He said, "I wore out dozens of toilet paper rolls in practice, but they didn't go to waste." After serving their time in the training arena, they moved into bathrooms across the house to live out the rest of their lives in service. The serial record breaker said his efforts have slowed as of late due to starting a new job, but he is still taking aim at new titles. For these stories and more national, international, sports, entertainment, science, and odd news from United Press International, visit UPI.com. Follow the UPI Odd News Minute on YouTube and TikTok. What are your plans for the weekend? Tell us how you plan to relax in the comments.